The Salamo Partnership for Health and Wellness is a program of Westside Community Health Services in St. Paul, Minnesota. We are Somali, Latino, and Hmong community members who work together with researchers and healthcare professionals to make a positive difference in the health of our communities. The story you are about to hear is based on true events of families whose dying family members entered hospice. We thank the families who shared their real-life experiences to make this radio story possible. The names of people in the story have been changed to protect their privacy.
Hello, my name is Pa. I've lived in Minnesota for 28 years. My parents, 3 older brothers, and I lived in Ban Vinai camp in Thailand. My dad was a businessman, and my mom was a housewife in Laos before the Vietnam War. Shortly after the war, we fled Laos and became refugees in Thailand. We lost everything. We were very poor. We lived in Ban Vinai camp for several years until we were resettled here. Even though it's cold and snowy, we chose Minnesota to be close to my grandfather's younger brother. Today, I want to tell you the story of my father and his illness that eventually led to his being in hospice. I was my father's favorite child because I am his only daughter and the baby in my family. Because of this, I had a big part in his final days. People have many choices for end-of-life care, but I want to share with you my father's journey.
Pa, your father hasn't been doing well these last few months. He is short of breath and has lost a lot of weight. He just keeps coughing. I just want to tell you that. Don't worry, your brother too is going to take him back to the doctor's office.
Oh, what is Dad sick with?
We don't know what's wrong yet. Tomorrow we will know more. He had some tests done last week. I don't know what. You know your father. He hates doctors and their medicines. But do not worry. I am sure he will be fine.
My brother too took my father to see the doctor. A Hmong interpreter was present.
Mr. Chaku Tao, the doctor will see you now.
Hi, Mr. Tao and Tu. I looked over the scans. I'm very sorry to say that you have a mass in your lung and a mass in your liver. I think this could be a lung cancer that has spread to your liver. I'm very sorry to share this bad news with you.
What should we do to help my father?
I think we should do a biopsy on the mass. We should stick a needle into the mass and get a piece of tissue to see what kind of cancer it is.
Ugh, I don't want anyone sticking a needle into my lung or my liver.
Unfortunately, since the cancer has spread, we do not have any good treatments. Surgery does not help. Even chemotherapy and radiation will probably not help much, although there are some things we could try.
I feel fine. I don't even feel that sick. I don't want anything.
We will talk as a family at home, but my father has already said he does not want to do any of these things.
Of course, the decisions are up to you. I suggest you come see me monthly so I can help you with your symptoms. I am very sorry again. I could also refer you to hospice care when the time is right, so we can help you be comfortable at home.
Thank you for the offer. We will talk about this as a family first.
My family decided to not have the biopsy or any of the aggressive treatments from the doctor, since they would not help and my father was always against them. Over the months, my father tried lots of other medicines, like Hmong herbal medicines and Chinese medicines, and saw the doctor every month. My brothers also decided to have my parents move in with me because I live closest to the hospital and because I can take him to the doctor easily since I'm not working. Since my father was living with us, he grew really close to my youngest son, Ethan. My father would not eat until my son gets home from school. Dad, come eat. Food is ready. It's 12:30. You haven't eaten yet.
I'm not hungry.
Grandpa, I'm home.
Oh, my little one is home. He must be hungry. Please bring him some food.
Are you going to eat with me?
Yes, my little one.
My father's illness was quickly progressing.
Husband, you seem to be getting sicker. You have lost strength. Please listen to the doctor. Take medicine and go get treatment, and use your walker to help you move around.
Ugh, medicine only makes you sicker. I don't need any help. I can walk just fine. I don't need my walker either. If I don't do it myself, I will become weaker. I don't want to become dependent on that walker. Put it away.
But Dad, you must use this walker. You might fall and hurt yourself inside the house.
I said I don't want it. Ow!
Dad!
Here comes the doctor. Let's see what he has to say.
Your father broke his hip. We usually recommend surgery to repair it. However, because of his cancer, we will have to help him without surgery. I encourage you to think about nursing home with physical therapy to support his recovery.
We took Dad to the nursing home. We thought it was the best decision. However, he felt very unhappy and refused to speak to any family members who visited him. Also, he cried easily. One day, my great-uncle visited my father and he told him about his sadness.
Uncle, no one loves me. I don't like it here. I don't know what to do.
Don't cry. I will talk to your sons. They should be the ones taking care of you. 2. This is Great Uncle Yaning.
Oh, hello, Great Uncle Yaning.
I went to see your father today. He cried a lot to me. Do you not love your father? Is that why you left him at the nursing home for other people to take care of? There is only a few of us. We have to love each other. We must take care of our people, our family. I think you need to bring your father back home. Don't let him be sad like that.
I feel bad too that we had our father at the nursing home. I don't want my father to be upset with us. So a few days later, all our male family members gathered to talk about this. Even though I am closest to my father, I was not invited to be a part of that discussion because I am a daughter. Many of our male cousins came to our house to have a meeting about my father. My brother too addressed the family in this meeting.
It's our father. We should bring him home if he's not happy there. But he cannot go back to Pa's house because we don't think father has much time left. According to our Hmong cultural beliefs, a father cannot die in a daughter's home. Doctor, we would like to bring our father home.
Okay then. But I recommend that your father return home with a supportive hospice care because of the stage of his illness. Hospice is a service for people with 6 months left to live. The service can help your father be as comfortable as possible at home.
Okay, please refer my father for hospice.
I feel sad to hear that my father will not be returning to my house, but I accept and understand. So my brother and I went to pick up my father from the nursing home. 2 tried to talk to father alone first about the decision while I waited outside the room.
Dad, we are bringing you back home to live with me and my wife, but you're not so well. We have decided to get more people to help in the house when you get home.
You guys don't love me. I've waited so long for you to come get me. Now I don't want to go home to go wait for death.
Don't think that way. We love you, and we want you to come home with us. Pa can tell you more about what the help would look like. Let me go get Pa.
Dad, hospice is a service that can be provided in the home and you can be comfortable, and you will be with family.
Ugh. Fine. I'll trust your decision. Whatever you children say, I'll listen to it.
A hospice worker and a Hmong interpreter came to visit my father at home.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I am your hospice intake worker.
This is Jenny. She's from the hospice agency. She's here to tell you more about services and complete paperwork.
Yes, welcome.
Hospice is a service that helps you live as comfortably as possible during the last few months of life. We can send a team of nurses, doctors, social workers, counselors, spiritual advisors, medicines, and equipment to your home. We can teach a family how to give meds, move them in bed, and lift or carry them. Also, we can come as many times as needed. What do you think?
The nurses brought in oxygen, a hospital bed, a bedpan, and a bedside commode that he could use as his hip got better. At first, they came once a week to help us care for my father. Then his illness progressed. He became weaker and had more pain, so the nurses came more often. We bathed our father because he wanted it that way. Hospice supported us by increasing his medication to manage his pain, but when he had too much pain medicine, then he became too sleepy, so he only took a little bit. Just enough to reduce his pain, but not so much that he slept all the time. Hospice also supported us with a counselor and spiritual advisor who checked in about how we were doing as a family.
Pa, tell your brothers to come here. I want to say something to them.
Father, we are here.
It's my time to go now. Love each other. Please remember to listen to the decisions we made in the recordings.
Pa, come here. Father wants to talk to you now.
My daughter, come, let me caress your head. Love your mother and take care of your brothers. Has my grandson eaten yet? My little one?
We dressed my father's body in Hmong clothes according to his wishes made in his videos. After some time, I called the hospice nurse to report that my father passed away. The nurse said that my family can have as much time as we needed to be with my father. When the nurse arrived later that night with the bereavement counselor, I was very pleased with how the nurse handled my father's body in his Hmong clothes. The clothes did not bother her. She was able to remove equipment and shared her condolences. The counselor supported my family while the nurse attended my father's body. Thinking back to my family's experience of my father's death and hospice, I truly appreciated how comforting and helpful the team was. They not only cared for my father, they cared for us. Hospice allowed us to spend time at home with our father. We will miss him, but we know we will see him again someday.
This radio story was a production of Salamo Partnership for Health and Wellness, a program of Westside Community Health Services, the Minnesota Network of Hospice and Palliative Care, ECHO Minnesota, and Gustavus Adolphus College. It was recorded and edited at IPR College of Creative Arts. This program was made possible with the generous support from the St. Paul Foundation, the Fr. Bigelow Foundation, UCARE Fund, and the Department of Human Services. The actors are Phuo Vang, Kajua Tao, Mai Bao Zhang, John Yang, Zhang Tao, and Sarita Moore, and the editor is Giovanni Monticello.